What's good? It's your boy CJ Goodfellow back with the Boxing Clinic. Hitting y'all last another video. I told y'all that they basically had an agreement with Billy Joe Saunders before the Jacobs fight, and they was trying to do 2 fights ahead of the Jacobs fight with a Canelo agreement. They trying to do that, and after last night, and depending on what the numbers do, I think that Canelo fight is getting bleaker and bleaker, and Triple G needs to take it for the stock even drop. But we'll talk about that in another video. But the Billy Joe Saunders fight supposed to take place in Triple G's country of Gennady Golovkin's country of Kazakhstan, and Saunders seemed to be ready, and he's probably going to be encouraged after what Jacobs did. But the difference is between Jacobs and Billy Joe Saunders is Jacobs is more offensive, and Billy Joe Saunders is more defensive and more cerebral with his attack. Not even more cerebral, he's just less aggressive, And with Triple G, what people don't realize, when I was telling people in the prediction video with Jacobs, that you have to have the right balance of defense and aggression, and you got to be able to switch it up and do different things to keep him off balance, what Jacobs did. And with Billy Joe Saunders, he has all the tools to probably, pull off that upset besides the power. And that's probably one of the major things. And besides the aggressiveness, without the power and the aggressiveness, even though he showed flashes of powers in the past, but without that aggressiveness and to be able to commit to his punches, it's not going to happen. He's going to get whitewashed. This is just a crusade for Triple G to get all the belts before, the Canelo fight. And it's also it's going to be a confidence builder for Golovkin going in from Billy Joe Saunders after having 2 rocky performances versus Kell Brook and Daniel Jacobs. Definitely a confidence builder. I think it's definitely going the right route for him to fight Billy Joe Saunders, to get on the backtrack, to be in front of his country, to get some of that mojo and the energy back. He's turning 35 next month, and like I said, he needs to strike now on his big fights. I see why he didn't move up now. It'd have been curtains for him either way, and I think it's it's a top dog at top rank that'll give him some work after. I think right now, I think Gilberto Ramirez would now. I've been high on him from the beginning. Big guy. I think it was to be a bad matchup from Golovkin. I said it from the jump, as well as that war fight. But Billy Joe Saunders, that's the perfect fight that he needs right now to build that confidence to get ready for Canelo. And I think he needs to take the Canelo deal for September, because if he don't take it now, he's just going downhill from here. People has figured him out. People figured if you punch him in the mouth and push him back, that he has nothing for you. You work the body, you get aggressive, flash a jab, check hook, slide to the side, switch up. It's a wrap. But, Jacob switch hit a little bit, which threw him off. And, it threw off Keith Thurman when Leonard Bundu switch hit a bit. So, a lot of guys don't have that in them, but a lot of guys are going to try it. But at the same time, I like this Billy Joe Saunders fight at this point. I'm glad that it did stretch out to this point, even though Saunders was looking horrible in his last fight because he hadn't been active, pulling in and out of fights. But this is a solid fight for the time and the place. I think it fell perfectly for Golovkin, perfectly probably for Billy Joe Saunders at this point. That he might be looking to cash out, because after this fight, Chris Eubanks Jr. is still going to want that rematch. In the last 2 fights, those are 2 big money fights for him, and he can ride off into the sunset, take these 2 L's, or take it.